Great people, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Politically elected leaders are not the only one giving instructions in southeastern part of Nigeria. Ever since insecurity escalated, we are seeing UGM and even hoodlums giving strong instruction with tag of ultimatum with it. And right now, we have one of such instruction, and it's coming from UGM to politicians, and they give them 48 hours to do this before they can experience little peace in the southeast. You're going to hear what their demands are, which they expect the politicians to meet up with it before 48 hours. But before we give you full details of this, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Suspected killers of Anambra lawmaker Okechukwu Okoye has reportedly ordered politicians in the state to immediately withdraw soldiers of the Nigerian army from Biafran land within 48 hours. The 48 hours ultimatum was said to have been contained in a letter found beside the head of the murdered lawmaker. This is really serious. It has been reported that Okoye, who represented Agwata State Constituency 2 in the Anambra House of Assembly, was taken out by gunmen who abducted him on May 15 alongside his driver. His head was on Saturday spotted in Anobi, Idimidi South local government area of the state with a note from his abductors. FIG reported that a video it obtained shows Okoye had been placed on a road as motorists passed by. According to report, the rest of his body was not visible in the 2 minutes clip. The discovery of his head accompanied by a warning message signed by UGM. One of them says or read that we give the politician 48 hours to withdraw all the soldiers in Biafran land or face our wrath or consequences. Signed UGM. Anambra State Command of the Nigerian Police has confirmed the said message found on the scene. The commander or the command spokesperson to Chukwu Ikenga told the newsmen that the State Commissioner of Police H.è has promised the perpetrators will be brought to book. This is really unbelievable. Carrying out such a heinous crime and leaving strong instructions like that. Someone here reacting saying no person should hold an entire group of people under threat of death for political gain. It should come as no surprise that unscrupulous individuals have taken advantage of these movements for the agitation of Biafra. What is very apparent and clear is that the IPOB movement is completely unprepared for these insurgency. The worry now is not about the agitation process but the hijacking of the movement, which pose real danger to life and property of the people of the Southeast. If this is not dealt with immediately by the people of the Southeast, we will be faced with another Sambisa and miscreants threatening lives and properties, just as we had in the north. Yeah, but guess what? Shockingly, some persons do not really accept that truth that very soon Southeast may likely become like Samisa Forest. Some say that what the people are doing are trying. Sometimes I just keep wondering why giving support for such people. There is no way you sow that kind of seed and you expect that it will blossom, grow without affecting anyone who is a civilian. That's a big lie. They've started it up with people whom they believe they are stronger than them, talking about the politicians. They started it up with them, and day after day, before you know, the politicians will be nowhere to be found in terms of residing in any of the environment. They will be off to possibly Abuja or another city. And guess what? You know, evil is one thing that cannot rest. They will come looking for normal individuals. They will want to be paid to carry out their nefarious activity. And before you know, they will be running after people you least expected. They could even run after just maybe a chicken seller in the state because he has money. They could be running after, spare part owners. They could be running after people that you'll be thinking, why has it escalated to this level? And guess what? As at that point, there's nothing anyone can do. So right now, the situation, based on what we have seen thus far, points to the fact that things are not going to be all right in the nearest future, except there is a kind of unison between the people and security architecture of Anambra State to curtail this whole thing. No matter how strong these guys are, the truth remains that they cannot be stronger. They can't be stronger than the people. And with what is happening thus far, I feel that with what the government have decided, the step they have decided to take, possibly we're hopeful that they will be able to quell this, despite all, despite all the warnings coming from the governor of Anambra State. These guys are only proving that they are insurmountable. You can't treat us with levity any longer. We are in control. Imagine the audacity, the message sent to politicians that they should tell the soldiers to quit when they know that the politicians can't even give such orders to the soldiers to quit. It's just the state governor that can do that, but they're demanding that they should do it. And a proof of what they will do in future was what you saw last Friday or last Saturday, what they did to the late Okechukwu, and unfortunately, with that alone on ground, most of the politicians will be very scared, they'll be very scared, and they won't want to stay around. That's why my heart bleeds for civilians, because I know they're going to be the next part of call. You will see them go to houses and start, boggling houses without anyone being able to hold them down. And before you know, it keeps escalating like that. And we are not trying to be very, pessimistic about the Southeast. But these are realities with facts at hand. I pray that the time will not come whereby we are faced with the people of Southeast trying to run to the North Central, and the people from the North are trying to run down, to the South. And before you know, here and there, we're seeing a lot of issues happening and all of that. Development can only be sustainable only in an environment where there is peace. I repeatedly say that because I know with the trend of events thus far in the Southeast, there is no way peace can abound. There is no two ways about that. Peace and development cannot abound in the Southeast because no one wants to lose his heart in money. As such, we will keep on watching people running helter-skelter, and which is not good enough for the Southeast. Don't forget that we have children who are seeing this. As much as we are telling these people, say, stop all of this, we must also try within our best to see what their weak points are, what are their demands, and see how negotiations can come up, because this thing, for me, is quite unfathomable. I'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position on